All right, here we go. We have a Queen Street legend in the building. Bimmy, welcome to VladTV.
Yeah, long time, right, Vlad?
Long time. We haven't seen each other in a while, too. It's been, oh, man.
The grills video, the Waka Flocka grills video. We was at Perfections, right?
I think so, at the strip club in Queens,
the strip club. Yeah, it was a strip club.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, man, it's our first time sitting down. I want to start in the very beginning.
Yeah.
You were born and raised in Queens, New York.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What part specifically?
Well, both. The north side and the south side. You know what I mean? I was born first on the south side. My grandmother's house is on Merrick Boulevard, 111, 17, 168th Street. That's the heart of the south side. You know what I mean? And then my pops, he bought a crib over on the north side on Farmers Boulevard. You know what I mean? So then my mom's moved us over there. So, you know, when I got older, like 15, 16, I moved back to the south side. Then I stayed over there.
Okay. And you're the third of 8 kids.
Yes, definitely. I got 5 sisters. You know what I mean? I got 5 sisters, and I got a little brother. I got a little brother, a little sister, and four sisters. You know what I mean?
Right. And Deb Antney is actually the oldest
Deb
child
is the
in
oldest.
the family.
Yeah, it's Deb, Jamie, Dodie, Risa, Bimmy, Joe, Pop. I remember Sean and Pop. Those are my brothers and sisters.
Okay. And you were originally raised by your mother and father.
No,
but
not by my father.
Okay. So, because I know your dad passed away when you were young, but wasn't he? But he was in the house at one point, right?
I didn't know him.
Not
he
really?
was at one point. I was 4 years old, and he left when I was 4.
Okay. And I mean, I remember watching the documentary, and your dad was, I guess he was originally in the war, right?
Yeah,
was
parachuter.
Vietnam?
He's a parachuter.
Exactly. And then he came back, and he was really heavy in the streets.
Yeah, he was very, very heavy. He got into situation with the mob that was, supplying him, and then he started using it. You know what I'm saying? Him and my uncle and Uncle Dennis, and then my godfather. Then they little crew. You know what I mean? And then they started using it. And then then my pops had to leave. You know what I mean? Because they put the thing out on his life, so he had to leave and left us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the documentary, and I mean, you were too young to remember this, but she talked about how Deb, went upstairs where your dad and I guess your uncle was, and there was like a pile of what ended up being heroin on the table.
Yeah. She
goes to sniff it because I guess he told her it was just baby powder, and she ended up overdosing and ending up in the hospital.
Yeah, he lied. He lied. My mom's not a street lady. You know what I'm saying? She into church. You know what I mean? And she into taking care of kids. One of my old-fashioned mothers. She cooked. You know what I mean? She washed her clothes. You know what I mean? She into that type of thing. My pops is a street dude, so he upstairs, doing what she thinking, it is baby powder. You know what I'm saying? I never seen drugs. You know what I mean? So until she got older, then she realized this motherfucker in my house is this shit, and she threw him out.
Yeah. Well, and I guess like he was actually putting packs of heroin like on Deb's like under her clothes when he was out hustling, so he wouldn't get caught with it. Like
you got to camouflage. You got to camouflage your drugs. You know what I mean? And back in the day, we had the can. You take the fake can out, the Pepsi can or some shit, and it ain't really a Pepsi. It's drugs in it. So back then they were using kids. You know what I mean? Shopping carts and baby carriages and all that. And that'd be it'd be the drugs in it.
All right. So at one point, I guess your dad owed the mob a bunch of money, and he went on the run, and they ended up catching him.
Yeah. He moved to South Carolina. Whenever he got caught, you know what I mean? These are the stories I was getting. He lived in a trailer house, and they burnt the trailer. He's a parachuter. He can jump out the window. How many feet is it come out of a trailer window? You know what I mean? So they burnt the trailer and burnt them alive.
Right. And I mean, it was a closed casket funeral because of that.
Yeah, definitely. I seen the casket, you know what I mean? And I walked up to it, I looked at it, you know what I mean? I had a chance to see the casket. But and it's so funny, like, I only seen one picture of him. He got one picture of this man's whole life. Like, how do you only got one picture? And that one picture is him in his army suit, like this, whatever that is. You know what I mean? He's in that suit. I'm like, where's his other pictures at? You never took a picture in your life? You never took a picture with your kids? You know, he got no pictures. You know what I mean? None. And that's crazy. I wonder, did he really exist?
I mean, you were what, 10 years old when he went to the funeral?
Yeah, about 10, yeah, on the funeral.
I mean, at that point, I mean, it still is your father, but you didn't really know him.
Yeah.
And you heard all these stories about him, you know, about your sister overdosing and everything. I mean, when you went to the funeral, did you feel sad? Did you feel angry? Did you not feel anything?
Wow, I never felt nothing. You know what I'm saying? I never felt nothing because I looked at my uncles as my father figures. All my uncles is I looked at them like they was my pops. You know what I mean? I looked at my mom's like she was my father and my mother. So, you know what I mean? This man was like, I was sitting there. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy as that question because I cried for my grandmother. I mean, when my grandma passed away, I cried at her funeral. You know what I mean? And when his mother died, I didn't cry at her funeral. You know what I mean? Because at the time, you know, I got locked up. And when I got older, I got locked up. And I called her to, you know, put the house up to bail me out. And she said, you got to ask your aunt. You know what I mean? She's like, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? So I got angry at her. Like, I'm your son's only son, me and my brother. We your only grandsons. Like, how would you not come get me? You know what I mean? So that's how I really ain't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? But my mom's side, you know what I mean? Because they was the nurturers. They was the loved ones. They would show all my family, my sisters and brothers love. They took us out. They did these things with us. You know what I'm saying? My grandma was really a grandmother, like my mother's mother. You know what I mean? That's my heart.